What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? How you guys doing? It's Tuesday, June 21st, 2022. Thank you for joining me here tonight for another metallic episode of Music of Destruction. Bringing you the very best in metal-related content right here on YouTube on the only metal channel you need. If you missed anything, bring the eye down, click it. Everything you need to get caught up is there. I'd really appreciate it. Remember to subscribe and turn on that bell so you don't miss anything. You're looking at one of the hardest working metal channels on YouTube. Brutally honest, controversial, critical, and opinionated. That's the way it is. If you don't like it, why are you here? Welcome to Album Review Tuesdays here on the channel, and tonight I'm doing another member request, and this one comes to me from Justin. And we are going deep beneath the earth into the United Kingdom for a review of a band I'm not super familiar with. Now, I have heard them before in the past, but we've got Dragged Into Sunlight with Terminal Aggressor, released in 2009 independently on cassette. Dragged Into Sunlight are a blackened death doom metal band hailing from the United Kingdom, and they formed back in 2006 but didn't release anything until 2009. The band has released 2 full lengths, 1 live album, 2 collaborations, a single, and 1 EP in their active status. The band has a strong lyrical presence based around misanthropy, death, depression, and hatred, and that usually makes for a perfect black doom band. But in this case, you also have elements of sludge metal in here as well, which I think is absolutely astounding, as I feel like sludge and black metal are just polar opposites in terms of the climate, but aesthetically and style, sludge is a different style, but when it comes to the aesthetics and overall lyrical concepts and ideas within sludge metal, black and sludge are extremely similar. One's northern, one's southern. As I've said before, I think that's an accurate comparison. Now, of course, Terminal Aggressor only contains 1 19-minute track. Now, they also have a little bit of death metal in their music to top it all off, as well as sludge, black, and doom. But it contains 1 19-minute track, and I'm going to do my best to break this down effectively, but it's also playing in the background, and we will listen to some of it as well. Now, the lineup is completely anonymous, so I do not know who plays what instruments, but what I know is that the band consists of 4 members. All right, let's get into it, shall we? This monumental 19-minute mammoth opens up with some electronic sampling that's extremely ominous and foreboding, combined with the shrill high pitch of a sustained keyboard note that echoes through the speakers like something from behind the shadows has emerged to take you deep into its abysmal lair of fear and horror. Then some vocal samples come in describing compulsiveness to violent aberrant behavior, as if someone is describing what it's like to be driven mad by the compulsiveness to kill. This is truly unsettling as an introduction into what can only be described as pure horror and terror-driven, unbound, and driven mad by an insatiable bloodlust for murder and torture. The guitars fade in, conveying nothing but pain and anguish that lingers over you with depraved insanity and psychosis. This is something that I definitely was not expecting. Then the shrill vocals of a tortured soul straight out of the insane asylum come in, and this track has a very psychotic asylum feel to it, especially in the repetition and hypnotic dissonance within the ice-cold guitars and vocals that sound like something crying out from behind walls of pitch black despair and insanity. The guitars then stop and give way to a bleak ambience that makes you think of being swallowed into black, purgatory-laden nothingness as shrill guitar notes caress and fade in and out like auditory hallucinations. And you get the feeling of being watched and stalked by someone or something, but you don't know exactly what the hell it is or why. This insane intensity continues to build as more and more sustained guitar notes echo and drench you with blood-curdling horror and unease. The vocals come back and the screams are horrifying and as real as it gets. Then we get an explosion of cacophony and true morbid insanity as the drums, guitar, and bass rage and burn through your mind like a forest fire of despair, bloodlust, and homicidal rage and depraved psychotic states that emit from the instrumentation, and blood-soaked shrieks of mortal terror and despair and misanthropic hatred. This entire track is like black death metal meets black noise ambient, and I'm hearing a lot of Emit, Silencer, and bone-shattering doom like Skepticism and their Gothen as well. This is absolutely remarkably crafted, terrifying music that is not for the faint of heart in any sense of the matter. There's a ton of black, ominous ambience that stretches out and molds itself to the framework like it's suffocating you in its embrace, while shrill guitar notes cut through your flesh like razor wire, exposing the bones below. Once the actual musical force kicks in its full morbid misanthropy, pain, anguish, and terror, then we finally get something a little bit more cohesive in terms of actual riffs, drums, and bass and vocals that follow some form of structuring, but still not really, which is absolutely incredible and well executed on all of its merits and points. This is probably one of the darkest bands I've heard in a very long time. And I don't know how this one sneaked by me. Well, not anymore. Definitely going to be buying this album, as well as Hatred for Mankind and Widowmaker. Hopefully I can find these releases. In fact, I want to get as many of these releases as I can, because if Terminal Aggressor is any indication of what to expect, then I want to own it all and hear it all. Anyways, let's listen to some of Terminal Aggressor here on Music of Destruction. Enjoy. And we are back, and well, this is some absolute sick, raw, underground torment, and this goes on for 19 minutes of stellar, incredible, emotional release and depraved, despair-filled insanity, and it's damn near fucking perfect. Actually, it is fucking perfect. And I really need to find this, because what soaks into me as I hear this is just unwavering insanity, terror, blackness, despair, hatred, and complete psychosis, okay? That's what you get with Terminal Aggressor, and Dragged into Sunlight to me is one of the best bands within this type of really abrasive, noisy, depraved, black noise meets black death, doom metal with some sludge. And it's a very interesting combination, and the way it's pulled off in fucking spades here is something that could have easily been very shitty, but no, not with these guys. They know what they're doing, they know why they're doing it, and they obviously have a very strong reason for making music to just cover the world with hatred and terror and despair, and they do it very, very effectively. This is some of the best black death, doom, sludge, black noise I've ever fucking heard. It's absolutely incredible. The final verdict for Terminal Aggressor from Dragged into Sunlight is getting a 10 out of 10. Thank you to Justin for requesting this one. All channel members get review requests, within reason, of course. That's just one of the perks for joining the channel. There you have it, another album review in the books here on Music of Destruction. I hope you enjoyed the premiere. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, turn on that bell for all notifications. Merchandise available, Teespring, link in the description, as well as bonfire.com/store/music-of-destruction. Thank you to everybody who has bought merch. I appreciate it. Join the channel and become an MOD Elite. You get amazing perks like what you saw here today, and exclusive content, review requests, band interviews and promotions if you have a band, collaborations if you have a metal channel, and I'll help you with your YouTube channel with thumbnails and SEO and stuff like that. $4.99 per month gets you access to all that. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video. We'll see you guys for Album Ranking Wednesdays. Cheers, everybody.